Hey guys, Jason here to chat about 2-1 buy downs. So let's go ahead and get into this a little bit. So let's say you're either listing a property or helping somebody try to buy a house, $900,000 house, client wants to put 20% down and they got a 7.5% interest rate. And there's $20,000 that of incentives that are being talked about. Maybe the buyer wants a cheaper property. Maybe they want to ask for some credit. Maybe the seller's thinking, hey, my property hasn't sold. Maybe I need to drop the price. Let's pretend 20,000 is the dollar amount we're playing with here. Okay, so in this scenario, the $900,000 price point house that doesn't have an incentive, buyer's paying $5,000 a month plus for a monthly payment, principal and interest, 7.5% rate. Okay, so what can we do with the $20,000 if we offer that as a buy down credit? This is what that looks like. So for the first year, the client pays a 5.5% interest rate, and the seller is actually paying that 2% difference. Okay, for the second year, the buyer's paying a 6.5% rate. So this is a 2 buy down, this is a 1 buy down, this is 0. So first year, 2% discount, 1%, second year, 1% discount, third year, full price. Okay. So this is a lower payment of about $1,000 a month for the first year and about $500 a month the second year. The interest rate is not actually lower. What's happening is the seller of the property is paying that 2% and then that 1% interest. And they do that by leaving money in basically what amounts to an escrow account that's used to pay those difference in monthly payments. So in year one, this buyer who has the buy down credit saves 11 grand the first year, 6 grand the second year, 17 grand overall. Okay. That means if the seller was giving a $20,000 credit, the buyer wants to use a 2-1 buy down, they get 17,000 towards the buy down and the remaining $3,000 goes towards paying closing costs and prepaid items. Okay. What does it look like if instead the seller says, well, you know what? I don't want to offer credit. I just want to drop my price to 880, $20,000 less. Okay. No buy down credit. What does that do? Well, from a buyer's perspective, it means you can take a lower loan amount and you have a lower monthly payment, $49.22 instead of $5,034. So the payment's about $100 a month less on this house. However, $100 a month might not move the needle for buyers that are looking for a lower introductory payment. Now, let's talk about introductory payment. It's really important to note that this is not a permanent interest rate. This is not a permanent rate down. This is a temporary rate buy down. So borrowers that might be interested in a temporary buy down would be borrowers that are expecting to have more income coming in future years, or maybe buyers that are going to have some moving costs that they're going to need to front for a little bit. Maybe they just need the lower monthly payment for that first year to get the property renovated or whatever it's going to be. Could be a lot of different scenarios on there. Okay. If you were to take a $20,000 discount over the long run, $112 a month, that'll save you some pretty good money over and then having a smaller loan amount. However, if $112 isn't going to move the needle, the 2-1 buy down might look interesting. In new construction properties, you're going to often see people advertising like 5% rates or 4.5 rates or whatever with a 3-2-1 buy down. It's a little bit misleading because it is a temporary buy down, but it does give you that nice initial benefit of having that lower monthly payment for the first year or two. Buy downs come in 3-2-1s, 2-1s, 1-0s, 1.5 halves, 2.5, 1.5 halves, all sorts of different options on there. So depending on what the seller credit is, we can customize the buy down to fit. But anyway, hope that gave you a good kind of high level breakdown as to how these work. Let me know if you have any questions, and I wish you guys a bunch of success. Thanks.